Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I am playing Quake 2 on Sidequest. This is a emulated version of the classic first-person shooter. It uses the actual assets from Quake 2, so you should either own the game or it's got the shareware version built into the game to play. As you can see right now, I'm kind of looking at a flat screen, but when I hit to go into the game, I'm going to select easy here. We're going to start off a new game. And as you can see, I am fully in VR. My hand tilting up and down moves the gun up and down. It is snap turn right now. We're going to go this way. I'm going to collect these. Poor guy. He's a little dead. Can use this health now. Takes us to 100%. Will this take us over 100%? No, it will not. Only a shield will do that. Let's see here. So as you can see, this game works pretty darn well. It is a fast-paced first-person shooter, if there ever was one. We have found a secret area with some of that aforementioned armor we were looking for. And this one is also kind of near and dear to my heart. We're going to be checking out a game called VR Tankz. And VR Tankz is by Mr. Pineapple Studio, and the gentleman, Mr. Pineapple, I'm assuming, provided me a link to this one. I started out in video games with the Atari 2600. The Atari 2600 came packed in with a game called Combat, which was essentially a tank battler. I'm looking for the enemy tank right now. Whoa, he almost hit me already.
Status critical.
He did hit me that quickly, wow. And combat was essentially what we just saw, except hopefully not with my tank in flames immediately. We'll figure this out, though. Let's see, is he in the same spot? He is perfect.
Status critical.
Oh no. Either way, the cool thing about this game, VR Tankz, is you do have the ability to move around in VR inside your tank. Hide over here. Maybe there's less of me dying if I hide over here. Wow. So it's got kind of the mechanics of the beginnings of a pretty decent game. I'm not gonna lie. What's cool about it, though, is you actually have the ability to change this game for yourself. This game has a complete tutorial series using Unity.
Status critical.
Where you can build your own VR tank game. Now I'm going to try one more time to try to attack this enemy tank before I give up. But I think if I just go this way, and I don't worry so much about tilting or angling things. Status critical again. Alright, one more time. And just like combat, to be perfectly honest, this game is kind of addicting. It's very simplistic, but it teaches you in the tutorial series, which I will link to, as well as the game content for all of these games. It teaches you in the tutorial series how to... Wow! My target for my tank must be a huge hitbox. Teaches you how to build the tank out of just normal shapes so that you're not having to buy assets. Teaches you how to build the enemy AI, build the game itself, basically from the ground up, which is pretty awesome, I have to say. Don't. Ah, very close. I'll try one last try at this tank. But I was interested because the game did somewhat remind me of combat. I did decide to check it out here on the channel. I am terrible at it. And like I said, some of that might just be some fine-tuning that you can do playing this game. Whoops.
Status critical.
But that is VR Tankz, a demo that's available also on Sidequest. We'll try one more demo here. This is also from Sidequest. And what we're going to try out next is museOS. Now this one is pretty cool. It's a music creation application. So in a lot of ways it's like Electronauts, or Soundstage. There's been a ton of music creation apps, but what I like about this one is it's fairly simplistic. It's got some drum pads, it's got some synthesizers, and it works really well. As I turn around here, I can build some drum loops there, and if we want to, we can hit this. So let's do. And then we've got we can grab things and move them around, so if I want to move this closer so I can reach them without having to go too far out, do that. Okay, for example, if I want this one underneath here, and if I want to move this drum pad under there, I want to change the octave, I can increase the octave here. Or decrease. And it works pretty well, I have to say. So I'm going to clear some stuff out, obviously. I'm going to move it so that it's not all jumbled like this, like a jumbled mess. But that's kind of all it's to museOS. It's pretty cool. We're going to clear that sample. Obviously, you can track things. You can change the BPM. You can change how it's generating the effects. You can change the drum pads. Tons more as you go. So, see, I just created a beat, just like that. I don't know how fat of a beat it is, but it works. And it's a pretty intelligent control scheme. So I wanted to highlight a couple of small applications here. We'll do one more. This is a very, very, very simplistic demo. For hand tracking. Now this is the initial hand tracking demo. I haven't downloaded more recent versions, but I just wanted to kind of highlight hands in VR because I haven't done that I don't think on the channel yet. So we've got smoke. There's the smoke. We've got a whistle. There's a moo cow. Change our hand style to be a little bit more, not really skeletal, but line driven here. And we've got kind of a translucent lines with the hands, and then you've got the smooth hands. You can start and stop the train like that. You can decrease the speed or increase the speed. So take the train in reverse, or standard. You can also hold these windmills to turn them off. And then turn them back on again. So suddenly it becomes still in the hand tracking arena here. You can also turn on the crossings. This one doesn't want to budge. I wonder if we can. Let's try reaching around. There we go. So that's the hand tracking demo. And we're going to go ahead and stop the train now. And I'm going to stop this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video, this quick look at some fun stuff that's on SideQuest. If you want a hand-tracked game, regardless of what it is, and I hadn't shown this yet, so let's do palm up and then touch it. What that does is takes us back out to the menu, and then you can navigate like this. So if you hit quit here, as you can see, I've got my hands now in my Oculus Home. Obviously, no games right now are compatible. However, the Oculus SDK has been updated so that games can now add hands, actual game experiences. But you can use, like, the web browser, for example. If I wanted to go to the web browser, I could get there slowly. And let's just go to photos here. Popular on Facebook photos. I can look at a 3D photo, and it says controllers required, of course. That's interesting. But yeah, your hands can actually navigate through the full menu structure. And what's really cool is nowadays, something that's different than it was when the hand tracking first came out. Once you move on to version 13 of Oculus Home, it does even more than it had before. So going through and testing some things out, if I want to update these applications as an example, I can go ahead and click update. But it automatically senses that you don't have controllers active, as an example. So let's drag this up. And it's pretty intuitive, to be perfectly honest. So right now I've got hands. If I want to use controllers, I just pick a controller up. And by picking that controller up, it senses now that I have a controller in my hand, but not both controllers. Now that I have both controllers in my hand, you'll see that it changed to controllers. Now, if I set those controllers back down, away from my hands, I've got hands again. So it's pretty cool, because now if you wanted to just use the Quest as a media consumption device, as an example, you've got full hand tracking with kind of the digits per se here, and you can go ahead and just scroll through. You can select items. You can do all kinds of fun stuff by just going through and using your hands as a tool, for example. Now again, facing palm up like this takes you back out. At this point, it brings up this, it makes the menu at the bottom disappear, but pretty cool feature, and I'm super glad that Oculus added that. For now though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go out to sharing again. We're going to stop casting, and I'm going to say thanks for watching. I will be back with more VR content soon. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself, and thanks for watching. See you next time.